whose backs are against the wall for elimination in 2023 at Top Esports with the Vi. Ivern ban still rampant for them, as well as that Azir not going to make it through yet again after that last game. The LeBlanc, the Maokai, and the Cassante banned away by Weibo.
Feels like the Cassante is going to be a perma-ban from game one now that Wayward did get the MVP, right? But still, Tristana up and available for Rookie to take if he decides to go with that. But like you said, denying that rel away from Weiwei could be the approach into this game 3 as Top Esports, they're on the blue side this time around. So Weibo Gaming utilizing that counter pick potentially for the bottom lane because we see how much priority that Weibo Gaming needs to give to Light and Chris to allow Chris to start roaming, at least linking up with Weiwei to affect the map.
Starting to think this rel might end up being the most pivotal pick in this series too. We see the first pick come through for Top Esports, gives them a lot of flexibility in the draft, but also a lot of that engage. There's some of that safety for Light, locking in the Azaya.
There's also Rakan if Weibo Gaming wants to take that. And Chris, very, very sleeky with that Rakan in his pockets as well. And we know that gap closing is going to be key if Weiwei decides to go a champion like that Sejuani for this game too. Poppy potentially flex towards the top side. Now with the Cassante gone, Weiwei can blind something like the Jax, and TheShy can just save that for the top lane.
And there is some flexibility there too. I love Top Esports being able to go with that flexibility of the rel. The Renekton is that lock-in for Weibo, so they'll go with some strength, and they already got both Light and TheShy's champs here. I wonder how that works out for the last pick they'll have in this first phase.
Even Wayward has played the Poppy, and I think Poppy is a great matchup into the Renekton from the start to finish. But like you said, Kai'Sa and Xayah are now up and available for this game 3. But most teams do slightly prefer the Xayah after the changes to Static Shiv. But still, AP Kai'Sa, AD Kai'Sa is still very viable.
We do end up getting that Kai'Sa locked in here for this series. It has been banned away, has been left there, and it is going to be that big pivotal pick for JackeyLove. Now we're in this final pick for Top Esports, and I would wonder if they want to try to either maybe take away that Lovers Duo combo or find that stability with a little bit more engage their way.
Mark needs to take away that Rakan. I guess they're going to give it over. Rookie 3 games of Jace in a row now as that is open. Potentially a Sejuani lock-in for the side of Weibo Gaming.
The amount of poke they have. This is a composition we actually saw come to light throughout our regular season as well. If you don't have the Maokai and the Jace, you still have so much range with the Kai'Sa Jace combo here. The Lovers Duo is very high on the pedestal, it feels like, for Weibo Gaming.
You know what counters poke? More poke. And you know what goes well through Nectin? Nidalee. What was Hoven in game 2?
No.
Nidalee. And now we're going to be dropping jungle to 4 and 5 for the side of Weibo Gaming as they do secure themselves the Lovers Duo in Xayah and Rakan. An impressive 2v2 coming to this game 3. And Light did spectacular in that game 2 with a 2-0 start. And that was because of the setup that Weiwei and Chris was able to provide from that first dragon.
And I think the desk highlighted it really well. We've put so much focus everywhere else, but actually a big pivotal part has been those early kills bot lane, both games in a row. We do end up getting that Nautilus ban in the second phase from Weibo, so very, very particular on the engages, the things that can go very well with the Kai'Sa. The Nico is the ban over here towards Xiaohu.
I'm just wondering because they are starting to ban out mid lane for the side of Top Esports. Potentially, he can still consider the Tristana as it does get priority against the Jace, but that means you have to make up for AP in the jungle. But we saw Weiwei playing the Lilia from game 1, a very similar composition. I mean, it was the Renekton, Lilia, and Tristana from the game 1, and it didn't really work out because Chris was on Braum and they didn't really have that engaged. So I'm considering the fact that maybe they can try that again now with Chris on something like the Rakan that can impact the map a lot more to set up the tempo.
I like the ban from Weibo there with that Jax, giving away or taking away some of the side lane pressure that's possible, a lot of the flank angles for Wayward. The Tristana is the ban towards Weibo. Don't want to give that double marksman composition over to them and also give one of Xiaohu's mainstays there for himself. I do wonder now though, they will have the counter pick available to them. We've already seen the Renekton locked in, so it's got to be the mid lane pick for him that's going to be coming through and find what he wants to get, even though Jace had already been taken so long ago. The Sejuani ends up making it through for Weiwei.
All right, Potentially the Poppy once again getting considered by Wayward. Great disengage against Rakan, Sejuani, and Renekton. I would prefer that a lot more compared to something like the Ornn, but that Ornn champion does provide a lot of great scaling towards the late game, and that's where Jace and Kai'Sa really shine if JackeyLove decides to go that AP poking build.
Helps when you upgrade the long-range guns later.
Why not both? Why not both? The Ornn top lane
both.
and the Poppy for the jungle against the Sejuani. This Poppy needs to have an angle in the first 6 levels to get stuff done around the map, right?
Yeah.
Because you have to utilize the Hex Flash, and this time around it is going to be Mark having the Rel into his pockets, while Xiaohu, because of all these mid lane bans, 3 in particular, the Ahri is going to get locked in. But Weibo Gaming locking a composition that's very familiar to us if we were a patch behind. 13.12, where Ahri was dominating the meta alongside champions like Rakan, where you have so much great gap closing. And that's exactly what Rookie is going to be scared of coming into these team fights. So Tian's kind of requirement in these team fights is going to be crucial on the peel.
The proactivity is going to be super important, but the mobility for Weibo right now is what's standing out to me. You have that safety in the bottom lane, a lot of roaming capability from Chris, but I'm all in on right back to comfort, a lot of range, a lot of engage for this composition, and the fact that you have stability for Wayward in the top side, they've got to find something as we're going to hear the gyos one more time. The cheering alive as ever in Game 3, as pivotal as ever. Both these teams on the brink of elimination in 2023. Worlds in their eyes, but a long trek to go till they make it there. And again, we've heard it from multiple players at this point. Anything but success is utter disappointment that will be hounding them for the entirety of the offseason.
That crowd is honestly rivaling EDG's fan that showed up to last night's best of 5. I think it was Weibo Gaming's fans. I can't imagine an arena with Weibo Gaming versus EDG because my eardrums are going to get blown out. But coming into this Game 3, we're even in scoreline 1-1. Weibo Gaming locking in a team composition that has a lot of agency. You have great gap closing in the entirety of topside plus Crisp on this Rakan. But the problem with this composition is that if you don't get things done in the first 27 minutes, you are going to get eventually outscaled by champions like the Ornn and the Jace that can just outrange you.
And it's just going to be so difficult to approach objectives and things like that. We've actually seen pretty heavily presence around those earlier on from the blue side as well. So I want to keep an eye on that. But now, speaking of keeping an eye, this is the first time in this series that we actually get the opposite side starts for both junglers. We'll see Weiwei pathing down towards bottom side, but Tian on this Poppy. This man has destroyed games with his early pathing, the finickiness he can find, and those crazy little shadow moments. So I'm actually looking to see if Tian can play a little bit of 4D test today.
The two junglers that come to mind in the LPL when they are great at vision dodging is Tian and Wei on RNG. They are great with playing around these. I mean, I just said that and he gets spotted on the ward.
Gets brought right to a ward.
Weibo Gaming knows that the Poppy is going in for an invasion onto the blue buff, so Weiwei, he wraps around.
Weiwei was actually thinking about going towards Rookie here, but ends up just circling back around. Does have a little bit of presence from Xiaohu, some pressure from Rookie. Tian ends up working his way back out, and Weiwei will show his face in mid lane.
The situation quickly dies down, but Tian...
Yeah, Weiwei has to flash because they have reinforcements coming. That steadfast presence. Weiwei's just going to go down first blood to the buckler of Tian.
I mean, that's just Tian wrapping all the way around that blue buff, catching Weiwei off guard and going in after Weiwei also had to use the flash. Great start for the side of top esports, and the first blood, I believe, going into the hands of the mid laner.
And it was Tian. Yeah, the buckler coming through huge. I actually loved to see JackeyLove moving up so preemptively if you look at the minimap there, but this was all, it felt like a bait and a half from top esports.
Yeah, Rookie didn't even need to burn anything. He cancelled Weiwei's Q as well. Great follow from Tian. The bottom lane also, like you said, rotating towards his mid lane play as they did have the wave pushed in, so Chris wasn't able to really help out Weiwei, and that was a huge win con that Weibo Gaming depended on in the game 2.
And so we've talked a lot about Top Esports' poke, a little bit of their scaling potential. What I wanted to highlight for Weibo when we were going out of draft was the mobility and the flexibility between this top trio of TheShy, Weiwei, and Xiaohu. We'll see if they can actually get the ball rolling for them, because they still have so much singular power if they can link up.
And the great thing is this time around, Light is on a champion like TheShy. It's not going to be as vulnerable compared to the affiliates, where you can play potentially the 1v2 in the bottom lane with great disengage, and also your summoners into your pockets. So we'll have to expect Chris to move out of his lane extremely fast and start helping out Weiwei around the map, so he can get those kills into the pockets of Xiaohu or TheShy.
And again, that was the biggest unlocking factor last game, was Chris able to find the link-ups with Weiwei, and we've known that to be the case for Weibo as a whole.
We also have the minion DMAT getting picked up by JackeyLove, so it is going to be an AP Kai'Sa going to static Shiv, so a lot of range like you said, but Tian, he is a menace on this pup. He's going for the Raptors.
Look at all the vision we've had. Xiaohu did have the push in mid lane, means Tian maybe a little bit out in the rain there in the end. Doesn't end up getting all the chicky nuggies for himself. We'll take a pretty aggressive back right there though, and you love to see Weiwei able to respond. A lot of hovering, and both junglers fully present in the mid lane so far, Kitty.
Very aggressive pathing from Tian in particular, and stealing that camp away and also getting that first blood, right? Where now he is also sitting on the Balmy Cinder, so extremely tanky, but with the Dragon up and available, we have constant wave push from the bottom lane in Mark and JackeyLove, so that's potentially something that they want to consider, because Weibo Gaming, they are really strong at level 6 and truly need to consider this Rift Herald, which will be spawning in another 2 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, you see Xiaohu, you see TheShy both hitting level 6s. The resets coming out from both solo lanes, TheShy getting his blocked off there, but that is the timing that you would look for, because getting back onto the map is going to be very, very important for them with that level 6 mark. We're still waiting for a little while for Weiwei, and that will be kind of that go button for Weibo Gaming.
We also have TPs spent by TheShy towards that top lane just to catch his wave, or at least push that in, but like you said, we have resets coming out for JackeyLove and Mark with that Noon Quiver into his pocket, so a bit more damage compared to someone like Light. So Weibo Gaming, they won't win the 3v3, considering the fact that JackeyLove on the Kai'Sa will be naturally a little bit more strong with the Halo Blades.
Tian hovering this bottom side. Mark wants to get the end. Look at Chris, the good guy, getting in the way, and the Lovers duo coming clutch. Meanwhile, a little bit of engage top side. TheShy proxy farming.
Weiwei just used the Call of the Forge God to deny TheShy from proxying, but he doesn't care. He just continues to proxy under the tier 1 tower.
Oh,
Weiwei, he
Rookie.
wants to look for
Weiwei
it.
has literally just been here every time. Rookie tries to get that cool flash, but it's not going to be enough. Weiwei gets the kill in the end, and Tian wasn't there in time.
And that's something we mentioned when draft was locked in. Weiwei, he needs to look for angles towards his mid lane. Jace is an extremely vulnerable champion without the flash, and even burning it in this instance where the gap closing from this Ahri was amazing.
And this has been a pick for Rookie. He has been highlighting so heavily, and they are able to punish it early. That poke not going to be online as early as maybe you want if you can get some of those facilitated resources there. We did see some more skirmishing down here, and we'll actually take a look, a replay of that mid lane scuffle.
Rookie was just trying to get his wave pushed in under tower, and because he used his spells to go in, I mean, Xiaohu found the perfect opportunity to engage onto Rookie, and that is going to be a kill going into the hands of Weiwei. Potentially could have been better into the hands of Xiaohu, because you need that Everfrost as fast as possible for this game tempo to be even more urgent.
How telling is it, though, that we just have such star-studded rosters at the bottom side? JackeyLove getting locked down there. We do have the re-engage there by Mark to back them off. And the Ignite actually got dropped by Chris by the JackeyLove. He'll end up having to back.
Jackie being a little bit cheeky with his positioning, getting rooted by Light, but like you said, he just wanted to get the wave in and reset for this upcoming Rift Herald. We already have the support in Mark backing, and now he can start linking up with Tian on this Poppy, and that given over towards Rookie on this Chase could be a huge burst in goal, because you need that Duskblade online.
The biggest difference I feel like that we've actually seen has been no early kills bottom side. At least we haven't seen some of those, that dump of gold into either Light and JackeyLove's pockets. Tian, after 3.5 minutes of it being up, says, I think it's time to take our first dragon.
At least we see TheShy this time around is gaining huge authority in this top side, consistently pressuring Wayward under his tier 1 tower, and also picking up 2 plates, right? And this time around, Wayward utilizing this lane party and getting the Rift Herald. Although there is a ward that is giving Top Esports information, they are just going to trade it over for this first Dragon of the game. But once again, I mean, the Kai'Sa vs Xayah matchup, we've seen this time and time again. Honestly, my favorite ADC matchup. I don't want to watch it Fillers vs Jinx. That's so boring. Kai'Sa, at least, if she goes in, she'll put up a show. Xayah, she has great root angles. Throwing it back to Gala from last night, right? He was able to get insane roots as a self-engage on the AD carry.
Oh, point-blank charm into Glacial Prison, and Rookie is just locked down and dragged to hell by Xiaohu. There's that keeper's verdict. We'll push the bot lane from Weibo out of tower, and that should be a couple plates going over to JackeyLove.
But the Rift Troll getting picked up by Weiwei and Rookie dead. Also the jungle of top esports showing in the bottom lane. The mid lane is bleeding Mazel.
They are, and that has been the singular focus, it feels like, for Weiwei. He has literally hovered this mid lane over and over again for the first 10 minutes.
And you see Rookie, he's forced to build the Merc Treads. No
Oh
spreading guard.
no, oh no, he gets locked down. Cleanse ain't gonna save you that time, JackeyLove. Flash from Light, and the killer instinct is on the side of Weibo Gaming. Mark is going down too, and it looks like Weibo have found the wound they needed. All that gold dropped into the pockets of Light.
Every single time the camera pans towards the bottom side, it's JackeyLove getting rooted by Light. The mechanics are there, and the mistake is punished.
Okay, Wayward looking for the solo bolo on TheShy. Tian coming over, flashing the wall, and then he's gonna get it. The buckler, and TheShy gets the outplay in the end, and don't step to GigaShy.
Top Esports is completely shell-shocked with that outcome. TheShy gets away with the kill. And Tian also needing to burn the flash. A beautiful outplay from the Renekton.
Oh my God, we're gonna take a look back at that one, but the crowd erupted as TheShy got the outplay. And here, speaking of outplays, Kitty.
JackeyLove was just kissing the wall, and with the feather placement being perfect from Light, he just utilized this perfectly. And of course, with the follow-up from Weiwei and Chris, prioritizing towards his bottom side, Tian would naturally go look for something in this top lane. And TheShy did get chunked out heavily before the Poppy made its way, and it looked very dire for TheShy. He didn't even have Gorge Drinker at this moment, but Wayward was just a little bit slower potentially. If Poppy just went in and wall-banged TheShy, it would have been a 1-for-0 trade. But no, it was a 1-for-0 trade before TheShy as he completely outplays this.
Oh man, Tian just can't get the range, goes for the buckler. And TheShy, look at that excitement coming through. There's a reason this man has been a monumental force in the LPL since his time on IG with his brothers across from him. But it has been a situation where TheShy, in the right moments, when he's feeling himself, it could take on the world.
JackeyLove, without the flash available.
Can he take on the world? I don't think so. As the world comes down bearing onto JackeyLove, he bites the dust for a second time.
Loses out from the wave, and also extra tower blades into the hands of Light. Now top esports in a very sticky situation where both top and bottom are losing control. Rookie can't get lane party. Although his flash is up, it's still so scary considering the fact that you are up against an Ahri that can just charm your face.
And Light is just racking up the gold. He's up in CS. They've gotten 4 turret plays down here too. He's gotten 2 kills. We have item completions across the board for Weibo, and they can continue pressing their advantage.
And being top esports, they can't have Light fed. Look at the front line. They have an Ornn. They have the if Light gets ahead, and he is ahead, picking up the Kraken Slayer as well. Consistent DPS onto the front line, where you need to be that leeway for top esports, for the Jace and the Kai'Sa to hit that 3-item spike. So they need to kill off Light and collect that bounty into either Rookie or JackeyLove ASAP in this upcoming Dragon.
And I put so much focus on the top trio. I was like, okay, they need to get ahead. Well, they did that, but the fact that Light has 2 kills, that's the insurance policy going through the roof.
And the great thing is Light 2 games in a row showing up on the AD carry. First game on the Zeri, now on the Xayah. He is truly being that carry potential player that Weibo Gaming desperately relies on when Xiaohu isn't given champions like the Azir or the Tristana, but he is stepping up.
So Weibo are using their fluidity to move around these objectives. You got about 30 seconds for a second Dragon of the game. Weibo want to start taking priority around these neutrals as well.
We already have TheShy hovering towards his mid lane as well. Tier 1 tower is so incredibly low. They're just going to take this in front of Rookie.
Easy peasy does it, and TheShy with that demolished proc gonna help out Xiaohu, and they get first turret of the game for Weibo. TES with a response on bottom side. See if Weibo want to face check. They get engaged on, but look at Weiwei over the other side. They get the re-engage. The Featherstorm is there too. You gotta get the Blade Caller back. Crisp is still alive with the quickness. JackeyLove goes in with the Killer Instinct too. He's able to get one, but that big engage from Wayward, I don't think it makes a difference. Top Esports, they're fumbling the bag. They can't get him. It's gonna be the trade back, and Weiwei goes right back in for the engage. Rookie misses the hammer swing, and Light is picking him apart with the feathers. That's 3 members down, making a 4th. Is it about to be an ace too? They want to try to get Rookie. The Sharks are surrounding him, and they smell blood in the water, and the blood is run rampant for Weibo.
Weibo Gaming, 2 games in a row now. The first game, an ace at 18 minutes, but this time they're gonna one-up that at 14 minutes. Top Esports completely dismantled after that team fight, and Light once again on TheShy, completely outplaying the enemy team with his ability to outspace. Look at this. We have everyone committing the CC onto the AD carry of Weibo Gaming, but the Featherstorms come online, and that's where TheShy is such a big problem for the side of Top Esports. And then he still has the flash available for TheShy. He ends up flashing away from Rookie. That was going to be the last hope for Top Esports to really get that bounty gold.
Weiwei in these fights, in these last 2 games, has been insane, man. Like, the amount of times he gets those re-engages and able to find the lockdown for his team. He is facilitating so well for Weibo. Now we look actually back at it. We're going to get some skirmishing between Tian, who's trying to threaten the Rift Herald take by Weibo.
We set up Weibo Gaming's team composition. They needed to have agency in the early game. Now 11 kills and also 7k gold ahead. This is the lead that they so desperately needed in the hands of TheShy and of course the mid laner as well. With Light having 3 kills to even start off the game is just a snowball that is going to continue, and it has been an ongoing trend for the past 3 games on whoever team or whichever team has a gold lead at the 15 minutes just has that momentum.
It's hot, Tian. I'm surprised we have so much snowballs coming here. Xiaohu, though, about to get snowballed on by the rest of Top Esports. He overextended and got capitalized on by JackeyLove with the snipe.
Relatively good gang from the side of Top Esports. They do get that bounty gold back into their pockets, but with the Dragon now spawning towards that bottom side, Top Esports have to trade that for a tier 1 tower in the top lane, but they lose complete control of mid and bottom. Rookie, he's surrounded.
They wanted to look for it. End up dropping the second Rift Herald, though, anyways, and could just be a tier 2 tower, while Top Esports will respond with a side lane of their own. This leaky sieve in mid lane could just keep on leaking. Let the water flow as Weibo are under the inhib tower here. They've already taken a tier 2, and you gotta be a little bit wary. TheShy wants it, he ends up getting it. That's 3 towers in a row in mid lane.
JackeyLove isn't here, he just reset. And Weibo Gaming, they're gonna walk away with the 3rd inhibitor tower, or at least the 3rd tower in the mid lane. The TP coming out of, I believe, the mid laner of Top Esports as well. They want to contest for this dragon.
They do. It would be a second dragon for Top Esports. We said at the beginning, you know, Top Esports do have some scaling factors, but if Weibo never lets you scale, what you gonna do? Here comes the Horn of the Forge God straight onto the side for TheShy. It is gonna be the kill going over. This actually looks really good for TES. They move forward though with that double knockup as well. They get the engage on the Light. He's gonna get taken out by Tian, and it is Top Esports who roar back to life.
Weibo Gaming, they overstayed from that play, and JackeyLove, he was able to reset and get that Nash's Tooth online as well. Now getting the second dragon into their pockets, a huge comeback in gold from 7k now to 5.
That's a big difference. I will say this second dragon as well is going their way, so they'll continue stacking up those neutrals, and we'll actually see this fight kick off yet again, Kitty.
And Chris was so incredibly low to even start off the fight by tanking that tower to begin with, but still, it's Wayward's decision-making on cutting off TheShy as he was completely separated from the rest of the team, and they do get the bounty gold from Light into the pockets of JackeyLove, and that's where this composition comes online. Weibo Gaming, they can't make mistakes like this too often because you have to consider the fact there's a Jace, there's a Kai'Sa, there's an Ornn. Mistakes like these will drag the game on, and the scaling will come online.
And there's a reason why Rookie has been so willing to go for the Jace. You saw in that one, you know, Light not expecting the damage from the Shock Blast immediately changes the name of the game in that fight. We did see in the picture-in-picture, TES took a side lane turret and bottom side, but it has been fully responded to by Weibo. Still in a very strong lead, but top Esports' poke might start coming knocking.
Rabadon's just picked up for Xiaohu as well. Huge damage coming out of the R. You already see that. Weibo Gaming, I mean, even Navori getting picked up. Potentially a force at this Baron starting in 1 minute. They can't let the game go on for more than 27 minutes, considering the fact that Wayward at that level 16 is going to offer so much in terms of ornaments. And with Rookie also slowly building towards that Manamune, I mean, time is pretty much running out.
And I've loved the proactivity from Weibo. They got to keep the pedal to the metal. TheShy, he's walking straight into his death. He's going to try to get the outplay here, but he's just locked down. It's Wayward that gets a bit of revenge on his top lane counterpart.
Great timing from top Esports. Baron is still 40 seconds away, so they committed 3 members towards TheShy, gets the kill, and still can contest for vision towards his top side. So they are coming back into this game, kill by kill. And TheShy, I mean, this Renekton, if you make too many mistakes without that flash as well, you're not going to offer anything compared to an on.
And isn't that the thing that we set up this entire time? We're saying it might not be the best matchup in top lane, but it is a key one because you can have such a difference made by these two, TheShy and Wayward, respectively. Weibo, right back to it, though. Need to get these wombo combos together and continue to try to press top Esports with these about 7 minutes left to that timer you were talking about. They're going to start the Baron.
They are going to start a Baron at 20 minutes dead set. TPs are available for both top laners as top Esports, they spot this out.
Light got hit by the Void Seeker, and that just means the Flash Feather Storm is already out. The Glacial Prison did miss too, and top Esports, they're going to capitalize on TheShy, who TP'd boldly. They'll go down again for a 3rd time in a row, and JackeyLove picks him up. They're going straight to the Baron.
TheShy doesn't have TP to rejoin this fight after he responds from this game as well. I mean, Weibo Gaming, they just fumbled it.
They fumbled the bag, but we'll see if they can pick it right back up. Tian's in the pit. You do still have Weiwei. See if he can be the difference maker here. Some poke coming down from the non-poke composition, but it's TES feeling a little bit hesitant here. A little bit of anxiety stepping in. The Keeper's Verdict is actually so big on the Weiwei, and that just means the Baron goes to top Esports, and the table has been flipped. We're almost dead even now.
What a devastating turnaround for Weibo Gaming. TheShy, the Renekton TP coming into that Baron fight was completely unnecessary. As top Esports, they were just playing front to back and completely tore apart Weibo Gaming.
The fact that Light gets hit there is so big.
Yeah, Light also got engaged on, but burning the Featherstorm and the Flash just because of Tian, he was the key member that won them this fight. The Keeper's Verdict later on to force Weiwei out of the Baron pit as well to secure this into the hands of top Esports. The scaling composition with a Baron that has that boost of XP into the pockets of Wayward and Rookie with the Manamune online as well now. The fights are going to be easy.
Horn coming in, TheShy, that's a killer instinct. TheShy dead again! We're burger flipping today, and it's going the way of Wayward so far. My God, what a comeback from top Esports in this game.
People seem to forget that JackeyLove on this Kai'Sa can just fly onto you from 2 screens away without your top laner now. The tier 2 is going to fall.
And this has been a long time coming for JackeyLove. We talked about him so much already today. This has been the most consistent split from this guy that we've seen in so damn long, and it feels good that a legacy that has already been built is showing its face once again, and JackeyLove has been the carry for top Esports.
And you see how much emphasis Weibo Gaming put onto shutting down the carry of top Esports in JackeyLove in the early game. Consistent games, consistent pressure onto this Kai'Sa where Light started off the game 2-0, but still JackeyLove being his best split so far in the entire year. The consistent reliability is there from a World Championship ADC.
And what I love is JackeyLove is literally the longest standing member now for top Esports here. He is the grandpa of the team, but he's still giving those whippersnappers a little bit of hair too. We do actually see that 3rd dragon going over to top Esports, so that'll be Soul Point on a Mountain Soul for them. And we also got those item completions coming up for them as well. They'll continue pushing with this 40 seconds left on the Baron buff in the bottom lane, tier 2.
It's a 3K Baron play as well with the tier 2, like you said, falling in the bottom lane. Xiaohu isn't here. He isn't going to be close to his third item either. And now you see the problem of Weibo Gaming prioritizing the Rift Herald for the early game. As top esports, they have the Dragon stacking. Now it's going to be a Mountain Soul for Weibo Gaming to deal with. Without the Void stuff, it's going to be hard to work through.
We saw about 23.5 minutes in, Top Esports take the lead for the first time in this game. And yes, Baron buff is coming off of them, but they're starting to get to their point of promise. We talked so much about that post 27-minute mark for them, and they're scaling. It's something that Weibo are not going to have a lot of answers to.
Gwyn's also getting picked up by JackeyLove. This Kai'Sa is going to become a true problem. I mean, we saw in the previous team fight that Weiwei on this Sejuani did miss the Glacial Prism, and that is a key lockdown for either Rookie or JackeyLove to deal with. So those important abilities can't be missing, especially when it is a hard engage. But with no major objectives on the map whatsoever, the composition of top esports, they have Rookie that can pressure the side lane.
I'm just happy that we have an actual contested game here. We've had smacks back and forth, game 1, game 2. Now we have a hotly contested game number 3. It is still something where I want to focus on Weibo a little bit more. They have fallen onto the back foot here. They have a lot of potential with the engage there for themselves. Do you see a way forward?
Weibo Gaming, this composition may have already been evened out from the early lead that they've been able to obtain, but they have great single target abilities that can look for picks. And we saw that JackeyLove on this Kai'Sa, he is willing to make those mistakes from the early game. So potentially a camp of a bush before this upcoming Baron, force the numbers advantage, at least force a flash or summoner spells out of the carries, and then approach the fight.
The decisiveness for top esports has been the biggest difference maker. As soon as they see TheShy split from the rest of the team, they just go all in on him, and Wayward's able to get that long distance engage. We did just get third item completed for JackeyLove. That Gwynsu's got to be pumping some damage now, and top esports feeling confident to move forward.
Both teams are just waiting for the Baron spawning in 1 minute and 30 seconds as well. But look at Rookie's build. He is so close to his Ceruldas, and that's a massive spike for top esports to work off. Now level 14 on Wayward as well. This composition with the Dragon spawning in 2, this is the exact situation that top esports want to be in as that scaling composition. And I don't know how Weibo Gaming can force a 5v5 straight up.
Top esports just going to press them until they have to make it to that Mountain Dragon timer. You did just get the Maw completed, third item for Light, so you do have a little bit more safety given over to the Xayah, but is it going to be enough? Weibo are full force out here to try to respond to top esports' aggression. Oh, triple engage from Mark with that crash down. JackeyLove gets 1, gets 2. They're looking for more. TheShy is getting knocked up and taken out. That's not going to be the third for JackeyLove. It goes to Rookie instead. The long distance engage from Wayward, and that's already 4 members down. Light, he's going down 2. He's under tower, doesn't get knocked up there, but JackeyLove goes forward, and it's top esports running away with this one.
You know, Mazel, credits to you because the entire camera panned to JackeyLove and the tiny gameplay was just in the corner, but JackeyLove on this Kai'Sa popping off, and they turn this game around to 14 and 11. We need to remind the audience that Weibo Gaming, they were 7k gold ahead, but now Baron spawning and also Dragon in 1 minute. Top esports, they're going to take this.
Top esports feeling themselves, and as they should. They have so many accolades between them, so much experience. We heard JackeyLove say it earlier. Anything but a championship is absolute disappointment for all of 2023. That Baron buff's going to fuel them up to try to end the game. We'll take a look back at the replay.
A great engage from the jungle of top esports. A 3-man engage, and of course, Mark the support. Yeah, the flash from this rel was incredible, locking down the AD carry and of course the mid laner of Weibo Gaming, but AD carry wasn't there actually. But still, Wayward on this Ornn was managing to go from the other side of the screen and connect it onto Wayward. He's a sniper on this champion, and Light at the end does fall as well.
That's what we highlighted for top esports, the range that they have, the engage that they have. They're using it so well. And now with under 15 seconds on another Dragon, Weibo are going to have to be here. They're going to have to try to find a fight, or that's a Mountain Soul straight to top.
They can't keep giving anything over. Weibo Gaming, they're out of options. They get the charm, but it's not going to be a pick.
He gets the unstoppable there to get out of the grand entrance. Dragon already about half health here. Weibo can't even get in here. They're just going to force it. Weiwei is just walking forward. He's just trying to find something. Here comes the engage from Wayward too. You got to watch Light though. Rookie! He gets locked down by Rookie. The keeper's verdict going to go wide. The other side though, TheShy, he's trying to do something, but there's nothing left. And that's a full-on clean fight from Top Esports. That's the TP's in. A quadra kill for Rookie. He's looking for more. He wanted the TP for the pentakill. He doesn't hit it. Rookie, he wants Xiaohu. He wants to claim the Emperor's title. He wants one more shot, but he's not going to fight it. It's not going to be the penta, but it will be Xiaohu going down in the end here after a little bit. And one more shot, the unofficial penta for Rookie, and a Game 3 win for Top Esports.
Rookie finds revenge from the early game, and this Jace 3 games in a row. Weibo Gaming, they are truly disappointed because this game was supposed to be theirs.
My goodness, what a turnaround. Top Esports continue to find their wins on blue side, and they continue the fate of this roller coaster series.
Now Top Esports put Weibo Gaming to match point, an elimination match in the regional qualifiers. One more game and they're one step closer to making that 4th seed at the world stage. One more is all they need.
One more step forward, one more game to eliminating Weibo. But this is a Top Esports that found their stride. They knew that they were waiting. They were buying time to get to the point where their poke was just too much to deal with. They got those early dragons. That helped so much with the compositional strength that they had. Even at that 7K deficit, they had to start it off.
That one's going to sting. Weibo Gaming, that was not the game to lose because they had such a huge gold lead. They had a perfect composition with the Ahri, the Rakan, and also a Sejuani that could look for individual picks, but that one overstay in the mid lane where they found that tower in the mid lane, threw the entire game apart.
All the inhibs going down, it was actually insane. The quickness though, the decisiveness from Top Esports, I feel like was the thing that stood out for me the most, right? They continued to pick out TheShy. This was a composition that was looking so good. The top trio for Weibo was functioning so well together, but the fact that TheShy got caught out 4 times in a row and just bursted down, turned into some crocs of his own, it was something that Top Esports knew they could focus on.
We mentioned that Top Esports, they locked in a composition with the Ornn, with the Jace. Once we hit 3-item territory, this composition was going to be deadly. And like you said, the decision-making from Wayward on this Ornn, forcing TheShy to be split apart from the remaining of the team, where he was consistently getting caught and having a numbers advantage. Top Esports utilized that, and they were able to start the dragon stacking. And that also became a very big detriment for the side of Weibo Gaming.
Yeah, that is it for our game number 3. Again, Top Esports on match point from eliminating